Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at two new products from Ethos Car Care that were just recently released. We're going to take a look at their new product Fresh, which is a dedicated interior cleaner, and their new leather and interior coating. So I want to thank Tim for sending this out to me to test out and kind of showcase and talk about my experience using the products here. I've actually already cheated. I actually coated the back seat, or at least the passenger side, with the leather and interior coating. But we'll talk about that as we get to it here. Other thing I want to thank Tim for is there was a mistake in the warehouse because I think their SKUs were not up to date at the time, and he meant to send me a gallon of Fresh and then the 16-ounce bottle of Fresh. By mistake, the warehouse actually sent me the interior detailer. So Tim corrected that, and he actually got me the right stuff, and these showed up really fast as well. But you know, the other good thing about this is that Tim actually let me keep the product here, which is why I was able to give the overview of interior detailing. The more I've used this, the more I like it. It smells really good. I mean, the scent alone lasts in the car for about almost a month, so it's really good. It smells really good and cleans well. And actually, I noticed the conditioning effect. So if you use it pretty often, your interior is going to look really good. So let's get to what is Fresh. So Fresh is their dedicated interior cleaner. Think of this as like a competitor to PNS. Was Express, their interior cleaner. The only thing about this one is it doesn't foam as much as PNS, but again, I don't really care if my interior cleaner foams or not. It's not a deal breaker for me. But it tells you right here: versatile cleaning power, cleans and protects, matte OEM finish, active foaming action. I think if you have one of those $80 brushes, right, you can actually get it to foam. To me, I don't really care if it foams or not. In instructions, it says apply Fresh by spraying onto a microfiber cloth or directly on the target area, then wipe gently. See Fresh dry to a streak-free finish for shiny surfaces. Use a clean part of the cloth for final pass. For tough cleaning, spray Fresh generously, allow it to sit, then scrub with a detailing brush. So there you have it. It's pretty straightforward in here. I'll just read what it is. It says interior cleaner delivers unparalleled cleanliness across all interior surfaces, from the plush textures of fabrics to hard plastics and even delicate touchscreens, leather or alcantara. Its unique formulation tackles and eliminates tough dirt and grime with its active foaming cleansers. Fresh envelops your interior in a protective shield courtesy of advanced odor encapsulants, UV absorbers, anti-static agents, and an innovative hygiene-enhancing active that ensures a consistently fresh and spotless environment inside your car. Fresh leaves behind a crisp, natural matte appearance, free from the residues of harsh chemicals, ensuring your interior remains true to its original OEM finish. So there you have it. That's what Fresh is designed to do. You can also use Fresh as your prep before the leather interior coating, and there's no mention that you have to use a panel wipe product before you go into the leather coating. So that's actually pretty nice, because then I can just clean it and then go straight to the leather coating here. One thing I want to mention is actually I did help the product tester for the leather coating. Actually, this is what this bottle is. So Tim sent me this, I forget how many months ago, so I was able to try it out on a leather sample, and it was actually pretty good back then. So I can only imagine that this is even better. So let's take a look at the price of Fresh. So Fresh is going to set you back, okay, so if it's just one bottle, $12.99. If you get the gallon, it's $40, which is not bad. And then let's take a look at the leather coating, and we'll go over what the leather and interior coating is. So this comes in a 50 ml bottle, sets you back $59.99 as of 2024, June 2024. And it says right here: unmatched interior protection, safeguard your car's interior against the harshest conditions with a coating that resists chemical spills, stains, scuffs, and harmful UV rays. Long-lasting wear and UV protection. It says preserves your interior surfaces against fading and degradation. Flexible and durable coating adapts to the natural movement of leather and vinyl without cracking or peeling. Effortless maintenance. Enjoy convenience of a self-clean effect, reducing the need for frequent touch-ups and ensuring your interior remains spotless. And as I mentioned, the prep for this is just using this, cleaning your interior, and then just going straight to this. And trying to look and see where this. So it says right here, it's going to provide durable protection, safeguarding your leather's color and texture without altering its natural beauty. It says offers superior stain resistance, preventing color transfer and helping to reduce abrasion on seats and other high traffic areas. and I believe they claim up to 1 year if I recall correctly on here. So they hit all the high points here. Here it is. How long does leather coating last? Lasts up to 1 year with a single application. Our specialized SD foam provides robust protection. Yeah, so you can put a second layer if you want. One is good enough. And then I asked Tim, because one of the main things about leather coatings that people tend to kind of get hung up on is they're thinking that this is going to clog the pores and whether or not this is a breathable product, and that kind of turns people off from leather coatings. And so I did talk to him. I asked him if it's breathable, and also asked him how it can be removed if, say, you don't like it. And he said it's a low active and flexible, so it won't completely seal the pores. That's a good thing for you. So there you go. And then to remove it, it says slight abrasion with a scrubber will take it off. It says they went lower activity, so it's not a permanent solution, so you can reapply or remove it as necessary. And of course he's working on another maintenance product, which I will not mention just yet because I don't want to spoil it for Tim. So there's going to be another maintenance product for it, but in the meantime, until that comes out, you can use the interior detailer to maintain it. So let's go take a look at both products and their performance on the driver's seat, and I'll show you how it cleans. In the coating caddy here for a minute. And as far as tools, you have the option to use a Scrub Ninja, or you can use a brush, and I'll show you how we do both. So let me just go ahead and kind of get that going. I'll spray some there. So you can see with this brush, it's not foaming very much. Spray a little bit more. Okay, so I put this down here for a minute. And let me go over to a clean side. We'll see what this leather seat was dirty. I haven't cleaned the seats in a while, so I don't know. So you can see that there was dirt right here. So fresh does work pretty well to clean it. So let's try the Scrub Ninja. So I'll just kind of saturate my pad. So you can see I don't really have it foaming using the Scrub Ninja or the color lock brush. Let's get out of the way here. So I think we can say we cleaned the seat. I mean, look at the dirt on the towel. So let me just go ahead and clean this upper portion here. Here's where people tend to get a little crazy. Never scrub over the stitching. Well, I've never had a problem. I'm not scrubbing really hard with the Scrub Ninja. So Don't worry about it unless you're using a real stiff brush, which you shouldn't be using anyway. And don't go over the stitching, but okay. So let me just kind of we've cleaned the seat, and so now you're ready to get that out of the way to coat the seat. And you can see it wasn't overly dirty, it's just enough to kind of just clean whatever was there. So what did I have on this seat? Oh, this had the CarPro stuff on it. So it looks like the CarPro stuff did a pretty good job keeping the seat relatively clean. And actually, let me I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this vinyl piece here. I'm gonna coat both. And you can use this on all the interior in here, which is why it's a leather coating. So like this has like that plastic trim stuff here, or this hard plastic. I could use it on there as well. I'm not going to, because for this video I'm just going to focus strictly on leather. I guess I'll just put that there for now. And so let's get to the coating application. Hopefully you guys are getting a good view here. Okay, so again, you get 50 milliliters of product. I'm going to go ahead and shake this real quick because it has been sitting there for a minute. Then I'll coat half the seat just to show you that there's no color change in the seat, and it goes on really easy. And here's the thing about what I like about Tim is every one of his coating kits comes with an auto fiber applicator. I'm just gonna get some of this excess, which I think is great because I mean, you know, auto fiber applicators are not cheap. Okay, let me just get some of this stuff that was on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and coat half of this piece here. Yes, I wanted to ask Tim because I know people tend to ask, was like, you know, I don't want to put a leather coating on here because one of the things that came up was now you're sealing up the seat and you can no longer, you know, once you go the coating route, you can never go back to traditional conditioners. And so that's why I wanted to ask Tim, you know, what's does it really do that? Because that's going to be one of the main concerns from people. Okay, so you saw me coat quite a bit on here. Now this coating says to let it set up for about a minute or two. That's why I coated quite a bit more. Put the applicator in there. And I'm going to bring it closer to kind of showcase the wipe off. So, you know, right now it looks a little shiny because the coating is actually being absorbed into the seat. Once we wipe it down, you're gonna see how natural it looks, but it looks like it's absorbed in there quite a bit. So again, it doesn't need to set that long. 1 to 2 minutes. Once your leather kind of starts to flash off and then the seat starts to absorb it, switch hands here for a minute. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can actually see it. There's a slight, you can see it right here. I can see it on the camera. Slight darkening of the seat. Actually, I can see it with my eyes. It's more noticeable on camera than it is in person. So I'm actually looking through the viewer of the camera and actually see it, but the lighting is right there. So it is gonna slightly, again, the slightest, it's gonna darken your seat. So if you don't like that look, then again, don't worry about it. But again, it's not that noticeable in person. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. So if I left that sitting like this, it would give me a high spot. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down, because at this point it looks like the seat absorbed all of it in. Get out of the way. The headrest. So on this seat, like if I'm looking at it through here again, I can't really tell a difference here after just wiping it down. It doesn't feel slick or anything like that. I'm just going to put this camera back on my head because I want to finish that piece. But it doesn't feel slick or anything like that. It feels OEM. Like an OEM finish. Let me just go ahead and adjust the strap on the camera here. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the rest of this. And once you blend it in, you're not gonna see that line anymore. Okay. I didn't ask Tim how long it would, like if you wanted to apply a secondary layer, like how long would it take? I would imagine if you wait an hour, then you can apply another layer to it. Like say if I wanted to put a second layer on the seat, because this one is a high traffic area, of course, the driver's seat. I would do that. Let me stand up here for a minute, because I do want to get that back piece here. Put that down there. I'm gonna get this piece here on the side. Way and coat this piece here, because there's still plenty of product in the fibers. Now this piece is vinyl. Actually, the whole car is actually vinyl. It's not really leather, like genuine leather. This is more like a vinyl synthetic leather, which is basically vinyl. Just let it set for a couple minutes, about a minute or so. You can use it like on the steering wheel if you wanted to. These plastic pieces if you wanted to. The door panels, which are that hard plastic, I could use it on there. But I'm just doing this strictly as a leather coating, just to show you how it works out. Yeah, like I can actually see the leather absorbing the product. So just let it absorb the product. and then most of it will flash off the surface. Yeah, it looks good and actually feels natural. That's good. I'll go ahead and just lightly wipe this. It doesn't feel slick or anything like that, it just feels like natural leather. So I'm just kind of letting you guys know that. Yeah, it feels good. You know, the other thing I don't know is how long it takes for this thing to cure on here. So that's one question I forgot to ask or even look into. I guess it takes about 12 hours maybe. Yeah, this seat absorbed it all right in. Back down. That looks good. I'll go ahead and wipe this piece down as well. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the leather coating. Actually, I'll come back and I'll show the hydrophobics of it. I'll let this set up for a few hours. I'll come back and we'll bring the dropper and we'll do the dropper test and see how this thing looks. But I mean, it doesn't feel slick like I said or anything. It just feels like natural OEM leather. It's actually dirty down here. I should clean that. So it feels really good. Like I said, it feels like natural. It feels like the natural synthetic leather for when I first started. So it doesn't alter it. It changes the look very slightly. You're gonna get a real slight darkening effect, which will probably matte out once this thing starts to cure. That's just my thing on it. But look at the seat. Looks OEM finish. And again, so we were able to use, grab the bottle here, fresh to clean up the seat, and we use the Scrub Ninja, or one of these here, Scrub Ninja, or you can actually use like the Color Lock brush, which is probably one of my favorite brushes to use. And then once we wiped that off and the surface was clean, we put a nice layer of the leather and interior coating on there. And again, we'll just let it set up and I'll come back and show you the hydrophobics of this. Very user-friendly products here. Went on easy, nothing intimidated by the coating application. Very straightforward. Just let it set up for about a minute or two, and then come back, wipe it off. And the reason you wipe it off, again, you don't want to have high spots on the leather here. And if you did have high spots on leather, again, Tim said with some slight abrasion and the cleaner, so you probably just use the Scrub Ninja and some fresh and remove it, or your favorite leather cleaner, and you're good to go. So again, that's the leather coating here. So far so good. I think this is going to be a hit for the Ethos lineup here in terms of having two products here, one dedicated interior cleaner and then one dedicated interior coating that you can use on all surfaces on the interior. So again, if you guys are interested in these, go ahead and post down below if you're interested in them. Post down below if you're interested. Post down your comments if you use both products. You can use my promo code to save you some money on both products. And again, thanks for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Again, I'll come back and show you the hydrophobics. Hey everyone, welcome back here. So I've had the seat here set for a few hours since I applied the coating here. It's actually almost losing daylight here, but I want to kind of showcase the hydrophobics of the coating here. And so let me just grab some. I have some water in this pipette here, and again, I'll just put some drops on here just to kind of show you what the coating is going to do. So the coating is actually going to just have hydrophobics to it, where, you know, for example, if you spill something on the surface, you're gonna have more time to kind of mop things up. So you can see the little beads on there. So if I kind of just, you know, dribble some more water on there and get a heavy bead, you can see it kind of goes into the surface there, and it gives me a time to kind of wipe things up before it actually eventually, like, if you know, if you don't have enough coating on the seams here, it is going to go through the seam on there. So again, it's going to give you a chance to kind of wipe things up. That's what the benefit of a ceramic coating is for your interior leather seats, is to protect it from having liquids kind of just penetrate through. The perforated areas too, you're going to get some protection to a degree in there as well. So I'm just got the pipette again, and you can kind of see it doesn't penetrate all the way through yet because there's a coating surrounding that area. So again, you're going to have time to kind of wipe this up, because if you didn't have a coating on here of some sort, the liquid that you spill in it is eventually going to penetrate through the perforations, and it's going to get into the foam of the seats. And if you have something stinky that kind of gets in there, it's going to be inside the foam, and you're always going to have that smell kind of just linger around. So I just want to show the hydrophobics of the coating here. So far the hydrophobics look really good from the coating here. Again, that's the leather and interior coating from Ethos. Give it a shot. I think the main selling point for this one is it's not going to seal the pores of your leather seats. For me, that's important, because that's why I kind of drifted away from leather coatings, is the fact that they would seal the pores of the leather or the vinyl, and over time you would notice that the leather would feel a little rough to the touch, and this product is probably not going to do that. So again, I'm trusting the science that Tim and his team have put into the product here to kind of keep this to stay breathable and not seal the pores of the leather seat. And again, if you don't like it, just go ahead and scrub it off with fresh and like an auto fiber Scrub Ninja. That's more than enough to kind of take that off. So again, thanks for watching. Before one last thing, again, maintenance for this, pretty straightforward. You can just use for example, Ethos has their interior detail. You can just use that, kind of wipe it up. Tim is working on another maintenance product. I'm not going to mention what it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise. So stay tuned for that. So if you guys have any comments or questions on this product, go ahead and post down below. And again, thanks for watching. One other thing, are you guys interested in using this product? Again, I think the selling point for this, it's not going to seal the pores of the leather. That's, for me, that's an important thing, as I mentioned before. So again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one. So take care, everyone.